Hi everyone, today we're going to give you a tour of the new garden for our new house that we built. And we made a plan so you can see what we have in store for you.
You spent a lot of time on this plan.
Yes, multiple iterations. So yeah, basically we've got a formal garden like in the fancy European castles. So you have like
But we don't have a fancy European
no, it's
castle.
actually quite a small house. But yeah, so we've got the paths in a grid with blocks and then an avenue of trees leading to a garden bench at the back.
Oh yes,
So-
there we originally had the idea to have another bench, but we
Yes, that's right. So
changed that plan.
Yeah, to get a clearer visual access, I'm now going to have the main feature path with a bench at the end. The other path just be more like utilitarian path to
Yes.
get to access points in the garden. Won't be such a feature, but the main feature will be the central path running here.
Yeah, so just to show you, if I'm correct, Francois, this black block is the house,
Yes, that's
and this is the stoep,
yeah.
and then we will have a lawn over there. And this is a courtyard where the washing line will be. Here are the water tanks. You'll see everything in real life now. And then just one change that I also remember, we decided not to make this opening also a diamond.
Oh no, because not a feature anymore. So the point is that in this diamond-shaped area we'll have like a water feature or sculpture or something. Obviously later as budget allows. And that's why this path lost its diamond, because this isn't a feature path anymore now, it's just like a normal straight path like the others around the edge.
And you decided to make this path go or follow the center point from the house and not from the plot.
Yes, that's correct. So this side is actually the garage. So these blocks in the path are all set to focus and align with the main house. So also when you're sitting on that bench, you look directly to the center of the house. Everything's aligned according to the house's position on the plot.
And you also decided to put the trees in the middle so that they don't go over the neighbors' fences, and we'll have all of the trees in the middle. So these dark shades are obviously where you think the canopies will go,
Yes,
more
that's
or
also
less.
a nice feature of having the central avenue of trees running down the center of the garden. Like you said, we avoid issues with neighbors or shade or leaves dropping and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But also it gives that nice visual access and focuses your attention even more on the bench at the end of the garden, which would be like the focal point.
And you just have a hedge along the edge.
Yes, that would be
that rhymes.
flowering shrubs mainly, yeah.
Okay, show us in real life and then
Okay.
refer to the plan if you can. Bring it along.
Okay.
Okay, let's go outside. A lot of hard work has been done in this garden.
Yes.
Like a lot.
So here we're going to have wisterias growing across this pergola. If you come around the corner here, you can actually see the wisterias. I've made some progress so far. I've started up with some actual scrap wool that I got from my wife. Because the sticks aren't as tall as the pillars obviously, so just until we get to the top then we'll remove it again.
Why did you decide on the wisteria?
Because it's deciduous, which means that it loses its leaves in the winter. So in summer we'll have shade, and in winter we'll have the sun.
Awesome.
So yeah, then the house won't get too cold. It helps with climate control for the house because I don't have aircon. And then here will be the lawn, this area.
This block here.
Yes. And then if you come a bit more to this side.
Wait, do you want to maybe share with them which grass we decided on?
Yes, you can see the grass that we bought already. So this is called Berea grass. It's native to the east coast of South Africa. And the advantage of this grass is it can grow in sun or shade. And it's literally a medium grass. The other options that are suitable for our area would be either they need a lot of water, or they're very drought resistant, or they grow very quickly or very slowly. So it's literally in the middle. It's like average water, average growth speed, and all that. So it's like a perfect average grass.
I also love the color. It's a nice bright green. I love the bright green. Okay.
Careful not to step on the plant.
Oh yes. These were planted recently.
Yes.
Okay, you wanted to go to this side?
Yes, I think maybe we should start with the main feature axis and go up here.
Okay.
So let's come to the center of the feature lawn.
We actually have the lawn planned and everything, and then lockdown happened, so...
Yeah, because of the virus and all that. Okay, so you can see the central axis leading to the bench at the end. So our plan is to have 2 pillars at the edge of this path here where the 2 bricks are.
Yes.
And then this end you can see the diamond-shaped area. There will be a water feature, a sculpture, whatever. And then leading to the bench right at the back.
Oh, it's gonna look
And you
beautiful.
can see the line of trees behind my back as well, the avenue of trees planted, all of them native to South Africa, except the one which is from Australia.
Ah,
But that's because we have very hard clay soil here, and that tree is supposed to go very well in clay soil, so I had to get something just in case for the clay.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here we've decided to make an avenue of roses. So they've just stopped flowering now, you just missed the flowers, but it's going to be red, white, red, white, red, white, repeating to the diamond-shaped area.
And on both sides.
On
That's-
both sides, yes.
This is the
It's
first
symmetrical.
time we've actually ever tried like a formal garden. We've also always had more like a cottagey
I
type
always
of
go
garden.
for the indigenous fynbos plants and you know, proudly South African and all that stuff, but now I just want something nice with flowers. So we've thrown all our normal garden experience out the books,
Yes.
and everything is new and a new challenge, and it's actually very exciting.
Yeah.
Which is my second point. I've always gardened in sandy soil. You can see the clay, so zoom in here so people can see what we have to
Yeah.
deal with here. So this is like one big lump. You
This
see, you
is
can break off
rock
a
hard.
chunk like that. So yeah, so this is what we're working with.
Yeah. Francia has to work very hard to make a dent in the cement-like soil. And you also dug trenches because of the water that doesn't permeate into the ground,
Yeah,
right?
so the trenches here are for drainage in winter. This public is very muddy in winter. So deeside water will drain from the beds into the trenches, and I'll just leave it here to soak into the soil gradually, where it's not bothering any plants or causing their roots to rot. It doesn't actually need to drain away into the stormwater system or anything. We just want to get it out of the flower beds,
Yes.
because it's also a very dry climate the rest of the year. So we don't want to lose the water. We do want it to gradually percolate into the soil.
So you can see these are the blocks that you see, or that we showed you on the plan rather.
Yes, and the blocks are marked with boulder string to ensure a straight edge.
Yeah, you actually did all the measurements, and then also another important point is that you do everything symmetrical. Like what you plant on the one side, you also plant on the other side, right? Except for the trees. The trees are all different.
Yeah, I like to have a wide variety of trees. So there's only 2 trees that repeat. All the other trees are unique, so it's like one of each. Then if something, it also gives me the opportunity to experiment to see what grows well in this climate, in the soil.
Yes, and you can replace it if it doesn't do
Yes, all
well.
the trees that die will be replaced with the rest of them that are successful. I'll buy more of those and replace the dead ones
Yeah.
with the successful species.
Cool. Yeah, so this is
So
the
yeah.
diamond.
Yes, you can see.
Can show them
this
on the
is where we
plan.
are now in the plan. So you are here.
X marks the spot.
We travel from the lawn up to there. Right. So then, here's my succulent collection. It's all from South Africa. Various aloes and crassulas.
And you did the same on the other side, right?
Exactly, yes.
Guys, you have no idea like how many hours and hours of back-breaking work has gone into this garden so far.
Yeah. So let's continue to the bench.
We just love sitting here and enjoying the view. Actually, we are planning to paint all of the Vibacrete a dark green, so that you have that idea of having an immediate garden.
Yeah, so you can see the view towards the house. If you sit on the bench, come join me.
So you can see, if you look back, you can see the house from the back. I'm sure you've seen photos of the house from this angle. If you follow us on Instagram, Mooikaap_Cape Dutch. Awesome. So you've actually started with these 4 blocks,
Yeah,
and those 2 are still in progress, right?
yeah, so I wanted to get the main 4 blocks done before winter, so that you can first experiment with the mud and the clay and everything. And also because this is the main visual axis of the garden, so this is the top priority to get this part done. And then the other 2 blocks that you see on the plan here These blocks are the next phase that we'll get to next year.
Okay, show us what do you plan on doing in those blocks?
Okay, so this section of the garden will be the fruit section where all the fruit trees are. So over here we've got the fig tree.
Oh, and it's actually making little baby figs.
Yes, you can see
Let
the
me show
figs if
you.
you zoom in.
And this tree was like dead.
Yeah, this tree died completely when I planted it because of the shock, but fortunately recovered now.
Yeah.
And the same story with the orange tree over here. So this is the orange tree. It's a satsuma which doesn't have seeds in. And this also completely died when I planted it. And it
I
recovered
actually,
again.
yeah, I didn't think there was much hope. We only remembered about like having a tap at the back of the garden. I think actually, wasn't it my dad who reminded us?
Yes, the house is almost finished. And there's a nice suggestion to have extra water. in the
Yeah, so
garden.
we had an extra tap put in here at the back because as you can see, if I go and stand here in the corner, it's a huge plot. It's over 1,000 square meters. You can see there, if I'm like right here in the corner, you can see the proportion with Francia. It's actually huge. I always joke and say that we built a house to just come and stay with Francia's garden because that was the idea. We didn't want a big house. We purposefully built quite a modest size house just for cleaning and just in terms of what you need, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted a really big
Yeah,
garden.
I love garden. So another thing I want to draw attention to is watering. So you see we made like a little dam around the tree where you can water it. And I also have another feature. I sink pipes into the ground when I plant something. This enables me to throw liquid fertilizer into the pipe where it gets directly to the roots. Now I've done this in previous gardens at previous houses and it turbocharges the plant, so it's a really good idea for trees especially. So I don't do it for shrubs, only for trees. I sink a pipe in and I pour fertilizer down the hole and it just works wonders.
Yeah, that's awesome. It really works well. I can testify. And this is kind of a bit of an experiment, right? With the, what do you call these in English?
Yes, these are giant elephant ears. They're actually tropical plants. They grow like in swamps and rainforests and stuff. So we'll see if they survive the barren clay in the summer and 40 degrees Celsius and so on.
And we have, like you saw on the plan, we have 3 trees in each block. And then we planted these elephant ears like in between, so 2 of them. So we are now in the other pathway. Just as a note in kind of in the margin, in the evenings when Franz is working in the garden, I put Isak in his pram and then I jog like these pathways, and it's actually so much fun. Do you maybe want to say something about what we plan to put here, like instead of just having it be the soil?
Well, we're going to have some type of paving for the paths. We haven't decided what yet.
It's difficult to decide.
Yeah, it might be bricks to match the driveway in the front of the house, or it might be cement. Jackie doesn't want cobblestones or pavers. We want something smooth and solid because we want Isak to ride with his bike here someday.
Yes, that's what I would
It
love.
should be a smooth surface, so no gravel or bark chips, anything like that, like
Yeah.
actual paved surface.
Yeah, I want him to be able to use the garden as well because as you can see we have a very small lawn in comparison to the rest of the garden. So I want him to be able to use the pathways and like you said, to drive his bike.
There's another thing I do also to cope with the drainage and the water situation in this garden is when I plant bulbs, I build a raised area with boulders and rocks that I found on the property, and I raise the surface level of the soil, and then hopefully the bulbs don't rot. And this enables me to leave the bulbs in the soil the entire year, not have to dig them out and store them when they're out of season.
Yeah. And which bulbs did you plant here?
These are Watsonias, and these over here are Tasmanthi.
It's going to be beautiful. Oh, do you want to tell them about this block?
Yeah, okay.
This is a dream or like just a plan at this stage. We had the idea like a few days ago, so we'll see whether it realizes or not.
So this is the last area that's left to do. So here we're going to build like a forest. We're going to get small trees and plant them really dense,
Yes.
close to each other, and make like a jungle effect. And we're planning to maybe have a hot tub in the middle.
Yeah, imagine how
So,
awesome that would be,
yeah.
like a
And I
jacuzzi.
want a hot tub that looks like, like the Maya buildings in the rainforest, like boulders and stones and stuff with jungle
Yes.
around it. So that's the look we're aiming for at the moment. We'll see how our plans evolve, but that's the current plan
Yeah,
for
what
the future.
I also said is if the hot tub is over here, then you are close to all of the pathways, so you can actually get out really easily, walk across the lawn, walk into the house, so that it doesn't make too much of a mess, especially with the clay. And we thought we can use a hot tub like summer and winter, so
So these are the leftovers of the plants that I grew. So I propagated some plants myself and also bought some for the garden. When we moved in, we bought a truck with 260 plants with us, and this is all that's remaining.
So he had 260 plants, of which he planted like almost everything. This is all that is left.
Yeah, so these are
This is
mostly backups.
amazing.
I like to have backups of plants in case one dies, I can just replace it. So this is mostly backup plants that's left. The rest have already been planted. So here we get to the utility area of the garden. We're going to the washing line, compost bins, the garbage bins, those kind of things. So we're going to hide the area with a hedge right around the corner. So each border of the area will have a different species hedge. So this side down we're doing viburnums, which grow well in clay. Over there we've got the jade plant, which is a succulent shrub. And another succulent shrub, the famous speckworm, which is a good plant for getting carbon out of the atmosphere and stuff. But I'm actually planting just because it looks nice and it grows easily.
Yeah, so the idea is if you're here on the lawn or on the stoep or on this side of the garden that we'll use for like entertainment and just being outside and stuff, you won't see like the washing line and stuff. These hedges grow quite tall, so yeah, that's the idea.
So over here we'll be paving in this U-shaped area over here. And the other cool thing we've got is 10,000 liters of rainwater tanks.
And I mean,
Okay,
these
yeah.
tanks are
And as you
amazing.
can see, we've only had, it's late autumn in South Africa now. So we've only had one good night of rain, and you can see the tanks already filled up quite nicely.
And I mean,
So
that's
that's
water
one night,
pressure
yes.
is
So
amazing.
I think we're going to get a good water supply here once the winter rains come and the rainy season's upon us.
Yeah, awesome. So, and this will also be paved to the garage over there. And yes, did you want to say something?
There's
There?
obviously all the plastic crates and pots to be removed. I'm so
Yes.
busy planting, I'm not completely done yet, but so the garden still needs a bit of a clean up once everything's done. I just want to focus a bit on some of the plants over here.
Oh yes.
So, so I like shrubs, and especially ones with red flowers. So around the edges of the boundary of the property we've got rather big shrubs that will hide the fence, so you don't see the fence you're looking out the windows.
And this also, like I said, we want to paint all of this green.
Yes.
Like we did previously, it works really well.
Yeah, in the meantime, yeah. But one day the shrubs will completely hide the fence.
Yes.
And then so here, I've got mostly red flowering plants. So we've got the Australian bottle brush over here. And then a slightly different species of bottle brush over there. And then my favourite,
Hibiscus.
yes, the red hibiscus from China, which actually turns out to be the most drought resistant and tough plant I've grown so far. It actually outcompetes native species. It's just like a super shrub.
Yeah.
And I've got like an avenue of them down here.
Like, look at how beautiful
So
they
you
are.
can see how nice the flowers are. And the other big thing is it flowers basically from like September to May. So you've got flowers almost the entire year.
Do you maybe want to say why you chose the bottle brush?
Yes, because that grows very well in clay, but also my mother used to love it. So it's also like a memory of her that
Yes.
I chose her favourite plant.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's the garden, guys. This is the progress. There we are. Hello. You can't actually see on photos and on camera. I mean, the footage doesn't do it justice. Fransha has worked so hard, so incredibly hard. I'm so proud of you. It's going to look amazing, and we will keep you up to date. Obviously, we didn't document as much as we could, but we also enjoyed the process thoroughly. Instead of like focusing on making videos, we really enjoyed every part of it so far. So yes, we'll keep you up to date. This is our garden.
Yeah.
Well done so far.
Thanks.